So till day 3 we were still kinda angry at the water sports camp. But new day, new experiences, am I right? So we woke up normal time like 8 because last night's 1 kilometer walk from Kalangut beach to our hotel got to us. So after eating the breakfast, we booked a cab of about like 1.5 hours to Fontana's Lane. Again, if I'm pronouncing anything wrong, my bad. Okay. So for context, I was told that there are beautiful, colorful houses in a lane. That's it. That's all I was told. So I thought it was obvious that I wasn't given some information, right? So I assumed that the lane had houses or shops or restaurants and happily sat in a taxi. Then 1.5 hours later, all those dreams came to an end when I just saw yellow, red, blue, and other primary colored houses, which I see in Dwarka way too often. And then there were houses. There were like restaurants in the way in between, and don't get me wrong, but they looked like we would need checks for them. They looked so posh. And then no matter how like deep into the area we went, that was it. Like just colored houses, expensive looking restaurants. And photo taking was prohibited. So what were we supposed to do? Just look at houses? And maybe there was a group of four ladies who still clicked photos sneakily, and maybe that group of four was our group, but I don't know, maybe. So naturally after 30 to 40 minutes we were bored and sat in the like a thela which gave the best snacks ever. I don't know why, but it's always the like the restaurants or the shops that seem old or like cheap, or not even cheap, like affordable. They have the best stuff ever. So, at least for 2 hours, I didn't know where we were going. I just sat in the taxi trying not to pass out because for some reason I tend to sleep anywhere but my own house. And then when we reached, it was some Aguada fort. Don't kill me on my bad pronunciations, but yeah, it was a fort. And then when we reached, we went to the counter and asked for tickets. We were told that like the actual fort was a little further ahead on a mountain, and the place where we were dropped by the taxi was like the Aguada jail and not the Aguada fort. And there was a museum that a guy made just about dogs, just dogs. Like it was filled with cute dog photos and beautiful poems. So after we saw that, there was a stall which was selling drinks in the scorching heat, giving no hate and all love. The drinks could improve, but then we saw an all interactive museum about the history of Goa, which was very fun. But you know the saying, you cry the same amount you laugh? Yeah, that started. As we were heading back, we couldn't book a taxi. We just couldn't. And after a while, we asked like the guard of the, I guess like the fort, that like why aren't we able to book a taxi? And he just straight up said, "Oh, you won't get a taxi here." And we were like, "Huh? Okay." And then, of course, we started panicking. But we figured that like the taxis who were dropping the other tourists must be outside. So we went, and the only taxis there were like the private taxis, which are ridiculously expensive. But it was better than being stranded at a jail. So we convinced a driver to drop us off till a taxi point. And he said yes, but obviously for a lot of money for just like 3 kilometers. So again, we sat in the taxi till the taxi point, and after we got off, we checked the app again for a taxi. We were using Goa Miles for the whole trip, which is like the best commute app, I would say, for Goa. So, anyways, we checked the app again, and well, still no taxi. Right then, a guy came up to us and asked where we were to go. We thought it was another like private driver who would ask for our property, but it was a government bus driver. So as soon as we heard free because government ride, we just sat in and we got dropped off at our hotel. So the plan was that when we would have been dropped, we would just change and then like go to a beach or like whatever. We'll just spend rest of our day enjoying. So the just changing turned into a full 2 hour sleep when Neha auntie and me passed out after saying, "Just let me get some shut eye" for like 5 minutes. But after the meditation, we got energy. too much energy because we proposed that we should walk to Candolim Beach. Let me say it again. From Kalangut Beach to Candolim Beach, which is like 1.9 kilometers. We said, well, we had already walked 1 kilometer last night, so it's easy work, right? So we put it on the map and started walking. When we started, the map showed 10 minutes, and then many minutes later, it showed 8 minutes. So I took Neha auntie's phone and I was like, why is it taking so long? Are we like, have we put in the right location? And then I saw that it was set on car mode and not on walk, like the walking mode. I don't know how to explain it any better. No wonder we didn't reach there. We had walked about like 0.7 kilometers or something, but we still had a really long walk left. So we just took a cab from there till like the beach we were supposed to be at. And then after that, we just sat at the beach for God knows how long. We were either in the water or sitting at a shack eating our minds out. I think we left Karnalam Beach at 12 in the morning. Like, I don't know, like 12 a.m. is when we left the beach. And we reached our hotel like really late and just took a bath and slept. The day after that was the day we came back.